following video contains a build like no other. A mixture between two of the most powerful builds for solo players. Harness both sides to become an immortal skill damage god. Extreme survivability, paired with extreme skill damage. Are you truly immortal? No. But really bloody close. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rogue agent detected.
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Now the way Division 2 was developed, it's always favoured skill builds. But it seems the general consensus in the community, even for this so-called cover-based shooter, is everyone loves to run and gun. And for a long time it's been one or the other, hide behind cover or run and gun.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Well, now you can. What I've got for you today is this epic build. You can become an immortal skill damage god. I've taken the best parts of two legendary tier builds and smashed them together. A quick shout out to Chrucifi for the basic idea behind this build. Extreme survivability paired with extreme skill damage. And to be honest, even our DPS is in a really nice place on this build. 75% added weapon damage, 105% bonus skill damage, and 5% regen. Will this out damage a tier 6 glass cannon skill build? No. But with this build, you don't need to cower behind cover either. You can run and skill and face tank all the PVE you want, at whatever difficulty you want, solo or in a team. This build will make you feel like a well-trained Division agent. Righto champions, I'm upscaling my social media game, and I'm now in more places than just YouTube. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and I'm even trending on TikTok. So show some love and support, follow me everywhere, click the links in the description. Also, welcome back to all you beautiful creepy subscribers. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. Also show some support by engaging with this video. Giving a thumbs up and even dropping a comment really helps. It triggers some weird sciencey shit regarding the YouTube algorithm, and in turn that helps my content pop up in searches and helps the channel grow. Let's go champions, 10k subs, here we come. All your support is super appreciated. Righto champs, with all that said and done, let's jump in and check out this epic build. 1 red, 3 blues, 4 skill tiers, 1.4 million armour. 4-piece foundry, 1-piece bellstone, and the memento backpack. For this setup, we've gone with the technician specialization. We're going to get that additional skill tier, taking this to a 5 skill tier build. We also deal 12% more damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics. This damage increase applies to our skills and our weapon damage. And by using Technician, we're also going to unlock another passive 10% skill damage on this build. Now for the guns, to get even more weapon damage and skill damage, I've gone with the capacitor. 117k base damage on an AR on a skill build is pretty crazy. The capacitor comes with that 12% damage to armor, which applies to our gun and our skills. Shooting enemies build up stacks that cap at 40. Each stack is worth 1.5% skill damage, so that's 60% bonus skill damage. Also, for each skill tier on your build, you're going to get 7.5% weapon damage. So we've got 5 skill tiers, so that's basically giving us 2.5 core red rolls. Meaning this build has just mutated and is now 3.5 reds, 3 blues, 5 skill tiers. For the secondary, I've got the test subject equipped for perfectly in sync. The harmony would also work well here too if you want to run that. Shooting a hostile procs 20% skill damage. Using a skill or dealing damage with a skill procs 20% weapon damage. When both parts are procced at the same time, our bonuses are doubled. So that's 40% skill and weapon damage. For the pistol, I've gone with the TDI card for another skill tier, making this a 6 skill tier build when using it. For the talent, we've got In Sync. When both parts are active on the pistol, we're going to get 30% skill damage and 30% weapon damage increase. Okay champs, let's now check out the gear on the build and let's see how we've got everything rolled. First up is the Foundry Mask, and we've got 4-piece Foundry, so let's go over all our bonuses. We're going to get 10% total armor, 1% regen. Now, the shield health part of this doesn't really matter on my setup. And the 4-piece bonus is Makeshift Repair. Whenever you or your shield takes damage, 20% of that amount is repaired to both over 15 seconds. Now, two parts of these bonuses relate to a shield, so if you wanted to rock the deflector shield, you definitely could. We've got a skill tier, skill damage roll, and I've opted for a protection from elites mod. For the chest piece, I've gone with 1 piece Bellstone for that 1% armor regen. Now, if you felt like you wanted more skill damage from the build, you could definitely go with 1 piece Wyvern if you like. Pretty shitty rolls on this one, I know, but we work with what we have. 154k armor, 8.2% skill haste, 9.1% skill damage, and I've gone with a 12% protection from elites mod. The talent's kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill will generate a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% up to 15 stacks per skill. So each skill is going to get 15% more skill damage, that's 30% in total across both skills. For this style of build and playstyle, this is way better than Glass Cannon. Personally, builds that make you cower and cover aren't fun at this stage of the game. I want to feel like a well-trained, well-equipped division agent, and this build does exactly that. For the holster, it's Foundry. We've got a skill tier, skill damage roll. Now, these pieces did take a little bit of farming to get, and I haven't optimized them yet. For the knee pads, they're Foundry as well. We've got an armor roll and a skill damage roll. The gloves are the 4th piece of Foundry. We've got skill tier and a skill damage roll. Now the backpack is that exotic backpack, the Memento. We gain 1 of each core attribute. 1 core weapon damage, 1 core armor, and 1 core skill tier. And I've gone off and modded this with another 12% protection from elites mod. The talent's called Kill Confirmed. Enemies you kill drop trophies, collect them to get both short-term and long-term buffs. Our short-term buffs are going to last 10 seconds, and that's 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency for each trophy. Our long-term buffs after collecting 30 trophies will give this build an additional 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% regen that's going to last a huge 300 seconds. So just recapping, 30% skill damage buff from the Memento, 15% from our chest, and 60% skill damage buff from the capacitor will give us 105% bonus skill damage. Regen wise, we get 3% from Memento when it full stacks, 1% from Foundry, and 1% from Bellstone, giving us a total of 5% regen on a 1.4mm armor skill build. 1% from Foundry, 1% from Bellstone, giving us 5% armor regen. 5% regen on a 1.4mm armor skill build, that's pretty epic. And that's why we're an immortal skill damage god. Now, skill-wise, player preference as always. I've tried a couple of different skills and I like to use what works best for me. And that's the turret and the drone. But like I mentioned before, Foundry does have those 2 shield buffs. So the deflector shield is another good option. The damage dealt by the deflector shield does actually scale with your skill damage. Unfortunately, that does mean you won't be able to have the capacitor out while you use the shield, and the deflector shield does deal less damage than the turret or the drone. But play around with a few different skills and see what you prefer. Righto champs, it's fine print time, let's check out our stats. Our crit chance, crit damage and everything like that will be trash, so who cares? We get that 12% damage to armor, which works with both our gun and our skill damage too. Scooting on down to survivability, 27k base regen, and with full memento stacks that goes up to nearly 70k. And we also have that 37% protection from elites. It's not quite enough to be calling this a protection from elites build though. But combining our regen, our makeshift repair, and our protection from elites, we are basically a god. So that covers everything on this immortal skill damage god build. It's heaps of fun to use solo or in a team and brings skill builds out of that cowering cover playstyle. What do you reckon? Are you going to be a godly champion and try this build out? What modifications would you make to the build? Let me know down below. All the music on my channel is proudly brought to you by artlist.io. They're not a paid sponsor, it's just a website that I'm a member of, and their music is insanely good. It helps me and thousands of others create stunning videos with the best royalty-free music and sound effects. Artlist.io. And that's it for me on this one, champs. Drop a comment below about whatever. Any feedback, build questions, suggestions, or ideas, you know I'm easy. Help yourself and the channel, make sure that you've hit that bell notification so you know every time I upload new content. So, did you like it? Then smash that like button, and if you didn't, you can press the dislike. But remember, to support me and the channel, hit that sub button and become a creepy subscriber. And I'll catch you all in the next one, champions. I'm Plum out.